This was the best CVC personal reward I've ever had, and I'll help you guys make sure you guys also have your best CVC personal reward in the future. So, um, first, let me just do this. All right, let's just do this. Collect that, and then we're gonna go ahead and and collect all of this. Okay. That is juicy right there. Actually gonna just save that to later. Perfect. What is this? There's some gear, it's some chickens, it's some skill tomes, it is 1 ancient shards, it's a 3 void shards, 2 4-star chickens, 2400 energy. Tap to claim, don't mind if I do. Guys, today I want to talk about how you can maximize your CVC as best as possible. I would like to call this free to play because what we've done here is we haven't spent anything really. Well, that is not entirely true. The only thing that I can think of is the gems. However, we didn't really spend, I think we spent 80 gems in total for this. And that's what someone who's free to play is. Also, just want to remind you guys, like, when it comes to this account, I'm calling myself a mid-game account. For reason being is I don't have Marius. People say that if you have Marius, you're late game. Other than that, there is a reward system. I'm just gonna show you guys here. If we click, oh man, if we click, how do we get to that actually? Let's say that we buy. Oh, never mind. That's not what it is. Hold on. I want to see purchase rewards. There we go. Oh, this isn't Swedish crowns, but basically what I'm saying is I haven't really bought anything big at any point. This account is my main account, and the thing I spend it on is like daily gems, daily gem packs. For the most part. So. How did we reach? Let's have a look. 350k points. There's a combination between things. I even failed on doing a certain couple things actually. But let's start off. So I'm gonna mention a couple things that you should prepare for personal CVC. The thing that I prepared kind of big time is crafting gear. Crafting gear gives you a lot of points. So I save all of this, the 155 here. I'm waiting until my next personal CVC to craft this, ideally. This will give me a huge amount of points. So don't craft anything until personal CVC comes along, and then you go for it. And then you go nuts. Then we have the fusions here. So for us, we had Nolja here that we summoned. Then we summoned our what's this called? Rosing Scarhide. So that's 2 legendaries. That's 60,000 points. Then we fused one of these, and then we did some small fusions here and there, saving up your Broadmoss, your Relic Keepers, like these ones to summon is perfect. These only gives 1,000 points compared to the legendary that gives 30,000 points. Let me actually double check that. We can check here: objectives, campaign objectives. Summoning Epic is 1,000, legendary champion 10,000. Summoning, get the champions for the first time, legendary 20,000. Yeah, okay. So legendary gives us 10, but if we haven't fused it or anything in the past, it's plus 20, which gives us 30. Yeah, that makes sense. After that, we went pretty far into, like, we did obviously all the faction wars as much as arenas as possible. One thing that as possible, one thing that you should also do is, I mean, ideally I'm trying to climb to gold, but that's pretty hard. Once you're in gold, is what I've heard, is people get like trolling here. They're putting up shitty comps so you can easily win. It gives you free wins, it gives you a lot more points. but people invest in gems, like these bags of tokens, specifically for personal CVC, because Tag Team Arena gives you a lot of points. Now, I mean, it is quicker to do this sort of thing, so that's a good thing. Classic Arena as well. We did Live Arena, obviously, which just gives us 350 points each win, which is nice. And then also being like cautious of like, okay, what gives us 2x? All right. So Minotaur we did a lot of. As you can see here, this is what our clan did, and this is what their opponents did. We did 420,000 points in Minotaur. Ice Golem. I didn't do Ice Golem. I did Iron Twins. Didn't buy much, like 2 energy pots, but that's basically it. Saving up on gems could be something that's very important. Reason being is leveling up champions or running just sort of dungeons and stuff will give you a lot of points, and sometimes you need to spend those gems into energy so you can keep running it. So yeah, that's basically the main reason why you save up gems. You could, by the way, I just want to point this out. I didn't do a single shard pop. Well, I popped mystery shards, that's all, but I didn't pop anything else. All right. Other than that, I mean, saving up on energy boosts. So I think we're pretty. Yeah, we have one. Saving up on these is really nice. It will, like, for 99 days. I'm assuming this is gonna last till the next personal CVC. If we would save up all of these, we get like 2 or 3 each week. That's just from the daily quest or like the daily free giveaway. So yeah. Saving up on these for personal CVC is really nice. What else? Make sure you run faction wars check. Saving skill tomes. This is also something I didn't do really well. A lot of people save up a bunch of their skills. So I'm gonna be completely honest. I think I saved up 2 legendary tomes. Well, I didn't really save it up. I just had 2 legendary tomes just chilling. So basically, I booked some people. Like I think I don't remember who I booked out, but yeah, I tossed in some like epic tomes and legendary tomes into my champions. But if you save legendary tomes, like 10, 15, 20 of these guys for personal CVC, that is a lot of points. And that's what a lot of people do. I didn't do that, but it would have been way easier for me to reach 350k if I had saved it up. Save up for gearing. All right, gearing up champions, leveling them up, saving Bruce. So going into this, where I wasn't prepared and where I could have definitely made it easier is if I had saved up on the tomes, on the brews, and on scaling up champions, gearing them up and everything like that, we would have been way better off. So reaching 350k for me was a bit of a struggle. However, we summoned 2 legendaries, and that might not always be the case, and that's where you need the skill tomes and everything like that. So yeah, for my next personal CVC, I'll make sure I'll do that. Also, one thing to keep in mind, I do believe, and please correct me if I'm wrong here, but the next CVC is going to determine where I'm going to be in this sort of bracket. So if I don't perform, I believe, let's see here. Points earned by clans in this tier in previous tournament. Lowest 3,904,000. Wait, hold on. I need to check here. Points earned by individuals in this tier in previous CVC tournaments with personal rewards, lowest 377,000. So, in order for me to land into this tier, I need to do minimum 377,816 points. Well, we didn't do it. So, next CVC, we're not gonna land here. I'm just quickly realizing this and going like, fuck, we should have. But yeah, this is the best one, obviously. Like, you get a sacred shard, you get 2, 3, 4 void shards, you get 2 ancient shards, and a bunch of other things, and you get a bunch of energy as well. So when it's non-personal reward, when it's just regular rewards, again, correct me if I'm wrong, you need to at least bump up yourself to a certain point so you can at least get to this tier when it matters. Because you don't want to be stuck on tier 3 or tier 2 or tier 1 and being like, oh man, my personal reward is gonna suck. That's also one of the reasons why some people might not push when it comes to personal CVC, because they're not prepared and they haven't prepared previously. So I am making sure I'm tier 4. I'm landing in tier 4 for the next personal CVC, because these are juicy rewards. Dude, give me those 3 freaking void shards. Also, when we win, depending on your tier, obviously, that's another 2. For this CVC alone, 5 void shards is insane, plus a bunch of other things. So, that being said, that is how I basically prepared for CVC. And where I didn't prepare, but we did reach 350k, and that's a record. We've never reached that. But one thing I want to point out, and this is gonna bite me in the, well, it did bite me in the ass. We go to Great Hall, okay? I had no idea about this. When you spend points here, you get an insane amount of points. If you like skill up here. It was, let's put it this way, it was a couple thousand points. I had like a little bit of points that I put in, and it was like popped up like 1,000 points. I'm like, whoa, hold on, because previously, right before CVC, I put in 10,000 points, I think, into here before the personal CVC. That could have gone to my personal CVC like points, and that would have given me, it would also made it so much easier. So guys, when it is time for you guys to upgrade your affinity bonuses, make sure you do it again during personal CVC. I do not believe it helps for area bonuses. I don't think so. I tried to put it in on some places, and I'm like, okay, it didn't work on Demon Lords. All right, what if it works on Hydra Battles? Like, no. I don't think it is for area bonus, but I can guarantee it's for the affinity bonuses. So save up those medals for personal CVC. Other than that, yeah, I don't have, well, when you craft gear as well, because you're not summoning anything, making sure that you have like mythical charm tokens, rarity charms, rank charms, these comes pretty automatically, but the mythical charms is something that you also want to go for quite like big time, because if you craft a higher piece of item, like mythical, obviously, first of all, it's mythical, and second of all, it will give you a lot more points. So, areas where you get these, okay? Cursed City surprised me. It really, really did. On normal mode, you get a couple here and there. But on hard, I think you get a couple. Like here, it doesn't say, but on some of these, I'm not kidding you guys, I got like 20 of these in one node. That's insane. Especially when you go, like, when you do live arena, and you get what? You get 2 to 3. You clear one node in Cursed City, and that's 20. Are you kidding me? That's insane. So if you can do Cursed City hard, make sure you touch these nodes, guys. Make sure you clear them, because that's a lot. Probably the majority of where you get these charms. And then also clan boss. I can go on and on, but doing clan boss as well is really important, because you get points by opening these chests as well. So making sure you get like 4 chests if you can. If you're one-shotting the Ultra Nightmare and Nightmare, then making sure you can like utilize all those 4 keys. Yeah. So yeah, I'm gonna try to sum it up again. Try to save up on Bronmoss, Relic Keepers. Oh, by the way, no, we actually summoned 3. We summoned this guy as well. All right, yeah, we summoned 3 legendaries. That's 90,000 points right there. Shima, where are you? Because when we have you, we have Mikage, and that would be our second legendary, mythical. Okay, so saving up on the fusions. Okay, saving up for fragment fusions. Thea, guess when I'm gonna pull her? Well, when I have the shards, obviously, but guess when? Personal CVC. Ryan, same thing. Lamasu, oh, it's gonna take a while. Anaxia, it's also gonna take a while, but yeah, you bet your sweet ass I'm pulling this in personal CVC. Remnant summons as well, you could. But that I don't know, Hero's Path and things like that. Well, actually, it doesn't count to that, I don't think. But yeah, so champion chase, I think you can probably pull it then. Holding shards you could, but you don't really need to if you have a bunch of energy. But make sure you invest in like Minotaur, get those masteries ranked up. Save up on gear, the charms, saving up on skill tomes, brews, making sure you have a bunch of champions that you can gear out, rolling up your gear, ascend gear. Yeah, all right, guys. I post videos every 3 days, sometimes every 2 days. I try to post as frequently as possible. But yeah, if you guys want to support this channel and if you like the content I put out, make sure you subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.